I shall stand guard while you focus.
Oh, geez, I thought you were... never mind. Don't worry about it. I'm sorry, you must have the wrong person. I have to go.
You see any heat leeches? You've got our permission to take care of them. Things are dangerous. Cool spacesuit.
Hey, Nova. I brought in another couple bounties. Hope you're keeping up.
Trackers, this is Lieutenant Owen Flores of Neon Security, officially putting out a bounty for someone calling themselves the Widow. We've had a series of deaths in Neon. This wouldn't be cause for your concern, but all these deaths have one connection. They were all employed by Ryujin Industries. When notified of our investigation, Ryujin urged us to proceed with extreme discretion. In other words, they want this handled quickly and quietly. That's where you come in. There was another death here. We have the scene sectioned off. Meet me there to begin your investigation.
Leave no welcome tracker until you return.
Space. We're gonna do a quick scan for contraband. You could be on your way. That's it. Enjoy Neon.
Have I mentioned that I am not fond of seafood?
Ready to make your ultimate discovery? Here at Stroud Equipment, step through the door of Sweetheart Outfitters, and you'll enter
the premier supplier of private
treat any physical ailment.
I do not get
Inflation,
paid
from cuts, scrapes,
So go out, have your fun, live your best life.
for just a few credits, our certified technician.
Kill for a cup of coffee.
but this coveted position may be slipping. Laredo files has been ramping up production.
Sorry, friend. We got an active crime scene here, so can't chat.
And it's not just Laredo that's a threat. Core Kinetics and Compotech have been making gains as well.
Tracker, glad you're here. Lieutenant Owen Flores. I'm spearheading the investigation. Look, you read the bounty, so if you want to cut right to the chase, let's do it. But I can re-jog your memory if you need the lesson. Sydney Green, wife of the victim. Bartender at a nearby cocktail bar. Married for 10 years, no kids, no living relatives. She's pretty rattled, understandably. Try to go easy on her. Albert Green. He was a local, a Ryujin engineer here in Neon. We don't know specifically what projects he was working on. He didn't have any criminal record to speak of. No tickets, no warnings, nothing. A real model citizen from the looks of it. Woke up, went to work, went home. Wife, no kids. Well-paying job. No relatives aside from the witness. Only two things that we can confirm at this time. They're all engineers at Ryujin Industries, and there's no signs of struggle or damage on the bodies. So either they're all getting heart attacks, or something bigger is going on. I like the sound of that. Victim here is a Ryujin engineer, same as the others. Only difference here is that the killer was clumsy this time, and there's a witness. Investigate the crime scene. Search the body, talk to the witness, do whatever you gotta do to get a lead. Come back to me when you got one, and we can get to the bottom of this.
Things have gotten pretty bad in Epside lately.
That's nothing new. Places are dumb.
Maybe we should set up more.
Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
Let them. As long as all that stays out of the plaza, our job is done.
Are eluded capture by the Three-Star Rangers. Members of the gang used to instances of being harassed and robbed, and one instance even murdered. One of the residents. The Three-Star Rangers have What steps, if any, are being taken to secure should any United Colonies
The
citizens
syndicate's
venture to
pretty
the
bold
capital,
lately.
restart collective space?
The lieutenant said that you need to ask me some questions. I'll try my best.
Yeah, Owen told me not to worry about it.
I think he was honestly more in shape than I am. He would come home late, but he was just really invested in his job. No, never. He was a sweet man. I could never stay mad at him. He was always so gentle with everyone. Not really. I know it had something to do with neuroamps, but they were really secretive about their work. I don't know if it was company policy or something. Well, my husband Albert and I were coming back from dinner on our way home when it happened. This person came out of nowhere and started yelling about a widow and a serpent or something, screaming at us like a madman. I tried to get Albert to walk faster, but the person started following us and pointing at Albert and screaming. And then he pointed, and there was this click. And Albert fell in my arms. He wasn't moving. I started screaming for help, and eventually security showed up. That's all I know. I'm sorry. I think so. I don't exactly remember if it was a click. It was electronic and came from the man's hand. I think I heard a powering up sound before the click, or maybe it was after. I'm sorry. The details are hard to remember right now. Yes, that was it. The Great Serpent. Something like, the widow is a vessel for the Great Serpent. It sounded like widow was a title for something. Albert, he seemed really excited about some event coming up at work. Something related to reporters giving interviews. That's all I remember, really. He took Albert's laptop and did something with it. I'm not sure what. I don't know where he ran, or where he is now, or what he wanted with Albert. I'm sorry. This is all so sudden. I'm trying the best I can right now. Thank you. I'll be better in a second.
Another day, another shift. You're out there a lot, right? In space? Just do us all a favor and never turn into one of those spacers. Scum of the galaxy. Robbing, stealing, killing. Even the Crimson Fleet don't trust them.
I was just going to counterfeit what person said. Do I have to be subjected?
Okay. I'm ready to keep going. Albert, he seemed really excited about some event coming up at work. Something related to reporters giving interviews. That's all I remember, really. His bosses were very serious about not letting him leave his laptop alone. Something about the project he was working on. They said it was just a precaution, but I heard people were fired for leaving them at home. Wait. One more thing. I saw he had on this weird mask. It was like the ones the fish workers use. I'm sorry. Please excuse me.
You're in the Vanguard, right? Hey, thanks for your service. Nothing to report?
Nope, nothing. Pretty slow day so far.
Come on.
What do you got for me?
Action soon. I'm tired of just waiting around.
Ha, you and me both.
Well, besides asking for discretion from us, not much. They don't want to signal to the public or attackers that something's wrong. Still, closing your eyes to your employees being killed, nasty business. No, but I've been keeping an eye out. She had mentioned that mask, and I think I've seen something like it around here. Nice work. Now we can follow them without raising suspicion. Whatever was on that laptop was important enough for them to kill for. What could have been on there? And with all the deaths being Ryujin employees, how do they come into play here? I don't like the smell of this, Tracker. You, got a point there. I can clean all this up while you track that data. Find the data, find the killer, find some answers. I'll do some digging of my own after cleanup. I got a hunch. Meet me at Off-World Eats when you got something.
You didn't hear this from me, but those ecliptic mercenaries, the factions use them sometimes.
Nightmare of
Restock
almost
collected.
biblical proportions played out when 3 terror wars attacked.
Dry rating only 16%. Your safety is almost guaranteed. So go ahead.
Whoa. What?
Enjoy some unique company.
There is no escape. Victory. Well earned.
Save me.
You'll regret it. Where have they gone? Give up already. Best not to leave anything useful behind.
You look familiar somehow. Huh. Have you been taking Aurora? That's a crazy thing to say to someone. That's a fair point. Maybe I'm catastrophizing here. Maybe I can handle the penalty. Damn it. I can't fight this, can I? I don't want any trouble. I'll go quietly.
Back in one piece. That's a good sign. Did you find the data? I updated my contact. They didn't seem too pleased with their data being stolen. They're holding my feet to the fire to get it back, quickly. Seemed more worried about that than their engineer. We had a medical examiner check her out when you left. She's a little rattled, which we expected. They said she'll make a recovery. Zia Abbas. That lines up with what I got. After cleanup, I staked out the scene and apprehended a suspect wearing a mask similar to what Sydney described in her account. After some questioning about what they know about Ryujin and this widow, they gave me a name, Zia. I think this Zia Abbas is our widow. The words seem to have an effect on them. Tried to do some digging, but haven't gotten anywhere yet. So either she has a clean record or forced it to be. Come back to me later. I'll have something to work with. Look, you work in Neon for long enough, you pick up a few tricks. And you have to work a little outside the box to get these fanatic types to talk. Don't worry. I just ruffled their feathers a little. Hold on, Tracker. You could be whipping up a storm if you go in guns blazing. Here, I got these off the suspect. Might be helpful. The password will get you in, and the disguise should let you walk around freely. What, you want to have a shootout in the middle of the city? You really want to see what a terrorist cult cell can do when pushed into a corner? No, we can't go in loud. It'd cause chaos, and some of the members could slip away. They'd create splinter groups and start growing like cancer. What we need here is subtlety. I'm gonna try to get some dirt on this widow. See if there's an angle we can work. With no criminal record, we're basically walking around blind here. I'll start with requesting any Ryujin records containing the name Zia Abbas, and go from there. Before you go, I need to level with you. Something about this whole operation smells funny. Call it a hunch, but this is more than just targeted murders. This widow has some plan she's cooking, something big. I know your bounty's only for the widow, but I could use some help cracking this open and stopping her. I need you to go in quietly, get the data, get their plans, and come back here so we can set up an ambush and take her and her operation out. I can also make it worth your while, if doing a good deed isn't enough for you. Think about it.
Trackers, this is Lieutenant Owen Flores.
Need some help?
Technically, we're not employed by them, if that's what you mean. I'm under the Neon Security umbrella, but we have connections with all the big industries here. Because this involves Ryujin, I have to keep my contact there updated. I don't like it, but the arrangement was made long before I showed up. They don't want to be in the media if they don't have to, so they asked me to handle this quietly. Not like I had a choice. No, absolutely not. The whole point of the bounty being posted is so it's less traceable to Ryujin. You're an outside factor. You get your hands dirty so Ryujin stays clean. You'd think, but no. Neon's always tense with all the corporate competition around, but we don't get a lot of action like this. Either the violence is happening in a boardroom or out of our jurisdiction. Not looking forward to the paperwork for this.
Our minds are clouded by sorrow. Welcome, friend.
Ah, there you are. Thank you for completing your mission. The data is vital to the Great Serpent's coming reckoning. It's being kept safe on my computer upstairs. Don't worry. I keep it under lock and key whenever I'm not there. You are concerned? Don't be. Your comrades fell in battle for a righteous cause. They would not want you to stop now. The Great Serpent has chosen you. I have chosen you and delivered you from death's grip. We must use this gift to prepare for the revenge so demanded by the Coiled One. Take the time you need to reflect today. I need you to be prepared for the coming hour. With the data you collected, we are finally able to strike at the heart of the enemy. It's all as the Great Serpent said to me. But before then, I must commune with the Serpent before we make preparations. Expect an announcement soon.
May the Great Serpent guide you. Without the widow said I'm blessed. Ryujin will suffer the Great Serpent. I won't fail her again.
I won't fail her again.
Ryujin will suffer the Great Serpent.
I hope this is worth the effort.
May the Great Serpent guide you.
Without the widow, I don't know where I'd be.
The glitch. The complication in the neuroamp that killed Yume. I found it. It's still there, waiting to be activated. And I've built something that activates it. With these overclockers and our new followers, we can finally have our revenge. These idiots, they've believed every lie I've told. Great Serpent, final revenge, it's absurd what I can tell them. I took their anger and gave it shape. And what's feeding a few lies to people if it means Ryujin dies? There is nothing I wouldn't do for you.
Ryujin will suffer the Great Serpent. May the Great Serpent guide you. Gus, did you hear how the business got broken into last night?
How'd the infiltration go? What'd you find?
Why isn't the insect protecting us? Isn't that what we're paying
They
for?
didn't, no. We let them go after we talked. Ran their name and found a long list of small crimes associated, but nothing major.
What happened to you? I just couldn't handle it.
I got a few things from my Ryujin contact. A couple of contracts. Turns out her wife was part of an experimental neuroamp research project. She was practically a lab rat. Things didn't go well, and they paid Zia a hefty sum and washed their hands clean of the whole thing. Only thing is that I couldn't find out what happened to the wife. It mentions something called overclocking, a potentially fatal glitch in neuroamps. Low chance of it triggering naturally, though. Overclock. I've read that somewhere recently. Hold on. Overclock neuroamp. Here we go. It was mentioned in the contract for the experimental operation Zia's wife had done with Ryujin. It had to do with a potentially fatal glitch in the neuroamp. She must have found the glitch and built these things to capitalize on them, frying the brain of the wearer. How's the data she stole play into this? That'd cause a total company scandal. Ryujin's big, but I don't think they'd be able to survive a stunt like that. Not to mention how emboldened she'll feel after pulling it off. We have to stop her. We can use your information against her. If you go to the press event and disable these amplifiers, we can wait for her to come in and ambush her, saving the engineers and taking out the widow in one fell swoop. All of her actions have been solely directed at Ryujin, and the way she's operating is unsettling. She has these people in a religious trance. They'd cut their hand off if she said to. Their fanaticism needs an enemy, and if she's treating this like a one-way trip, that's not a pleasant thought. Some do, but I'm having them sit this one out. I don't want any people dropping dead on my watch. Good call. I'll get us and my team access to the event so we don't raise suspicion. They'll know what you're doing, so they shouldn't give you any trouble. Just so we're clear, I know your bounty's only for the widow, so I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to sidestep all this and go in loud to draw her in. But I'd appreciate if you helped us out and disabled these amplifiers. A lot of innocent people could get hurt here. I'll throw in some extra credits, too, if that's what you're needing. I'll be there when you're done so we can catch her red-handed. Good luck, Tracker. What do you got for me? I'll look over my notes here.
Is that another one of your experiments?
The conversation and...
Look at this place. They really know how to...
What were the talking points again?
Excuse me, I need to follow up on a comment.
I wish we didn't have to wear our uniforms to this.
Nice PR move, but I wanted to get a decent interview.
It's nice to feel appreciated.
I can't believe our managers organized this.
Make sure you get my good side.
My boss expects something major.
Look at this place. They really know how to throw a party.
I hope they don't quote me.
The Great Serpent favors me. I can do that.
Did they have anything of value?
Yes? Yes, good. Let's go.
I hope they don't quote me.
I wish we didn't have to wear our uniforms to this. It's nice to feel appreciated.
Well, are we ready? Isn't it obvious? I'm undercover. I got my bartending license for moments like these. Good work, Tracker. I'll signal to my men to get in position. I'll let the staff know to send out a fake emergency call, baiting Zia in. Ready? Once we spring the trap, Ryujin representatives know to evacuate as many as they can. We have people outside to handle the rest. When we send the signal, she's likely to come through the front door and make a big entrance. When she's in, I'll give the signal and she'll be surrounded. Hopefully, we can talk her down so we don't have to make a mess. But we need to stop her one way or the other. Here we go.
Everyone, get up now!
Oh my god! Look! See how Ryujin...
Hold it! Get out of here! See how, boss? You're under arrest on the charge of murder and attempted terrorist action. You're surrounded. You and your men give up, and we can make this easy on everyone.
I'd rather die than listen to a Ryujin lapdog. I've made my peace. Have you made yours?
Negotiations were never really my strong suit. Tracker, you take point on this. I'll trust your move here.
Why would I listen to you? Don't you see? This is the only way. I'll think of something. The Great Serpent will deliver us. Damn it! Lower your weapons. Surrender. We're finished.
I'll be damned. You managed to talk her down. Less work for me now. Not as much paperwork. Good job, Tracker. Bounty completed. They wished we handled it with more discretion, but don't take that too seriously. They know it could have been a lot worse for them. They already have a statement released about the event. I just hope they fix that glitch now. Most likely, with their leader and prophet taken out so publicly, they'll have lost almost all morale. We'll raid the camp you investigated soon and gather all the information we need to track down all those related. Don't worry about it too hard. Here, I've found these things in confiscations. They've been gathering dust for years. You'll, put them to better use. Also, a little more on the top. As promised. I don't know where you're going or what you're doing after this, but good luck.
What's going to happen now?
How dare you spare me? It's all gone. May, I'm sorry.
Widow, will the Great Serpent see us?
And accessories for all your hectic needs. Package smooth?
Or affliction from cuts and scrapes.
Be here when you're ready. The Hotel Boulevard.
And biological services. For just a few credits.
People joke, say those Varun zealots worship a snake.
Dangerous threats. It would seem the mercenary company known as Ecliptic is now one of these threats. Everything.
Well, that was exhilarating. You do just have the two hands, yes?